All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk in the building. Getting to this live review. Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Detroit Lions at Ford Field yesterday, 34-30. Let's talk about the particulars and talk real football. All right, and one thing that I did notice. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, one thing I did notice throughout the game. Um, was that the defense played hard. Defense played very, very hard. They balled out. Um, Secondary was just decimated. Slay was out. Diggs got injured. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot going on in the defense, but no Deshaun Hand, no Mike Daniels. Not a lot of people. Not we missed a lot, but you know what? Kansas City has some injuries. Eric Fisher, left tackle out. Tyreek Hill was out, but defense played good, and I think Patricia's are building up a lot of clout with me as a defensive genius. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think he now could separate himself. Uh, Hold on 1 second. I think he could separate himself now from Bill Belichick, from where people could say, well, Bill Belichick put them game plans together. Patricia is a very, very smart coach, and he did it. They game plan was exactly how I said it was, man. It was don't allow nothing deep and keep everything underneath and wrap up and tackle, and they did that good yesterday, man. And I'm not even going to talk about the negatives right now. We'll get there, but that's what they had to do, man. Anybody that know basic football, eliminate with Patrick Mahomes, eliminate the big play. You do too deep, maybe a cover four. You don't want to do cover three. You don't want to do single high robber. You want to go too deep, right? And you want in their case they went man underneath. Forget a robber. At the end of the day, forget a robber. I'm putting too deep. I'm even in cover four, cover six, two man under, and at the end of the day, you're gonna take away Travis Kelsey and make everybody else beat you in contested areas, man. That's how you got to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Harmon, Robinson, they good when the ball in the air and catching it. Dudes like them, you make them make spectacular catches, and you make them feel the wood. You push them, you knock them off their route, and they had a great game plan. That was the game plan. If I was drawing it up, I would have drew that game plan up. Real talk. That's exactly how you play it. And your line gave you enough push yesterday. Trey Flowers with the fumble. He's starting to make some noise, but they missing Deshaun Hand. I'm telling you, they missing that twitchy guy. You know what I'm saying? They missing that quick twitchy guy. That's who they missing. They missing that guy. They missing that guy who can really, bring some electricity off the edge in the middle of the field. And that showed yesterday. You know, Maurice say, even though we lost, I was surprised they put a good fight together. Yeah, we're not a salute. Yeah, we had the game. I'm gonna talk about that, but Rashad Melvin playing like a pro bowler, bro. Justin Coleman is a baller. I ain't know much about Justin Coleman, but he fit what they do. Sammy Watkins would have got off on a lot of motherfuckers like that in the slot. Justin Coleman was a gamer. He balled yesterday. Davis, he gave up that looked like a fly route out the backfield to whatever running back it was, and Jared Davis just don't get it, bro. Jared Davis just ain't gonna be a good cover linebacker. He just don't get it. He got all the athletic ability, all the speed in the world. He just don't get it, bro. Hold on, hold on, man. Come on, hold on. 1 second. Yeah, he just don't get it, man. And but he been a little rusty, but he always giving up that wheel route or some type of route to the running back and coverage. Ricky salute. Coverage may not just be his thing, but um, he was solid yesterday. They put punt coverage on Travis Kelce, and I'll get to all of that. But I wanted to give a shout out to the defense, and people still gonna try to blame the defense. Oh, they gave up the last drive, or look here, man, they held Patrick Mahomes without a touchdown. Who else doing that? He had 10 touchdowns in 3 games. That's over a 3 touchdown a game average. The defense they've been doing their job the whole season, dog. Only exception was the fourth quarter when Patricia went into prevent on Kyler Murray. And then again, the offense didn't score a touchdown in the first quarter, and they didn't score in the third quarter. For whatever reason it is, and I say this, whatever reason it is, the Lions seem never to blow an opponent out when they supposed to. No matter if it's an opponent like the Chiefs, they should have won that game by 10 points yesterday. May have been the Cardinals. They were supposed to put up 35 plus points on the Cardinals. They didn't do it. When you're going 3 and out, or you're not converting first downs and putting drives together, your defense is getting tired out. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to run the ball for the Lions to pick up first downs. But offensively yesterday, they did real good. Kerryon ran the ball well. Hawkinson he scored a touchdown, and they progressing, dog. Daryl Bevell, you can tell the difference between Bevell, Linehan, Bevell, Lombardi, Bevell, Jim Bob Cooter, even a guy like Mike Martz, you can tell the difference. He know what he's doing. He making a lot of adjustments. His play calling has been good, other than the timeout. It's night and day since last year. You know what I'm saying? And they figuring some things out, and I can see the progression in the offense, but I really just got to say that other than the two the fumble with Kerryon and the fumble on Matthew Stafford, you can't put that on Bevell. I can't put that on Bevell. But I really ain't got a bad thing to say about the guy other than him blaming Patricia for that timeout. That was some hoe shit. Patricia might not say it, but that was some bitch nigga shit. I'm sorry. I'm Patricia. We would have had to go in the closet and we would have had to box it out, but they just gotta they gotta continue to run the ball. And I think it's more of a personnel thing with the run. They gotta find guards. And they used to say, any bums can play guards. To take a real athlete to play left tackle, they gotta find guards. Chris Jones wreaked havoc yesterday, and I knew he would. Your average football person, especially niggas on YouTube that talk Lions, they don't really know football like that. Chris Jones is one of the best interior linemen in the league. 15 sacks last year. If it wasn't for Aaron Donald getting 20-something sacks last year, being double teamed 77% of the time, Chris Jones would have got a lot of credit last year. Chris Jones is a disruptive guy in the middle of that defense. And I bet everybody in Detroit that watched the Lions yesterday, they know who the hell Chris Jones is. Chris Jones is a problem. He disruptive. They didn't want to pay him. He disruptive, and he was the star of that defense yesterday. Deron Lee made some plays. The Honey Badger came on the blitz. But Chris Jones, they had no answer for a guy like that. And at the end of the day, Lawrence Taylor, Khalil Mack, Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, and bless his heart, he tore his ACL yesterday. Those guys off the edge, I fear that electric pass rush. But guess what? It's not a direct line to the quarterback. You got to loop around, and you got to be the chip or running back. You got to come around the edge when you looping around. The John Randalls, the Reggie Whites, the Ndamukong Suhs in his prime, the Aaron Donalds, them defensive tackles, especially dudes that play that 3 technique, they is a problem because it's a direct line to the quarterback. It's a straight line. It's the quickest way to the quarterback. The quickest way to the goal line, to the touchdown, is north and south. The quickest way to the quarterback is north and south. And when you got somebody like Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, Ndamukong Suh in his prime, Gerald McCoy in his prime, when you got those guys that can beat double teams, that can split double teams, and that can go right in the middle of the defense, you can't run the ball. You can't do shit. Only thing you really can do is jailbreak screens, bubble screens, trick plays, jet sweeps, when you get somebody in the middle of that defense, hold on. When you get somebody in the middle of that defense, man, Miss Black D Sloop, Dale Jones, I see you. One name Larry Warford kept getting injured. He had an injury problem, but he okay in New Orleans. But you know, you gotta have nasty guards to handle guys like that. Ragnow, you know, he's still learning. He a big physical strength, but you only as good as your two guards next to you. And Glasgow, I think he got pulled for a minute. He got injured, and they keep switching out. I don't know if y'all pay attention. They switching out Dale, and they switching out Wiggins. They don't know. It's like they spelling each other. They spelling them like running backs. The Lions got to get better guard play. You know what I'm saying? They got to find better guards, and the good thing about it is you find really good guards, third, fourth, fifth round guards. You find really good ones. You know what I'm saying? They got to get a left tackle too, but them guards, they make it happen up the middle. You know, they the ones that open it all the way up. The game is won in the middle of the field, but I bet everybody know Chris Jones' name. I love some Chris Jones, man. Football player, man. Looking at him dominate the interior, looking at him split double teams, is nothing. It's nothing sweeter in football than looking at a defensive tackle take the game over. Warren Sapp, John Randall, Reggie White, Aaron Donald. When them dudes start dominating the game, it's nothing you really can do. Now Lawrence Taylor and those type of guys, yeah, they changed the game. The Von Millers, the Khalil Mack, but I fear a disruptive pass rusher in the middle of that defense like Chris Jones and Aaron Donald and the guys I named, because it's a direct line to the quarterback. Them dudes are a dime a dozen. I know yo Khalil Max and guys like, man, them dudes, John Randall, Reggie White, them dudes, man, they changed the whole game. You know, so I wanted to give Chris Jones some love. But other than that, ain't nobody really impressed me over there. The Honey Badger had the blitz play. But other than that, ain't nobody really impressed me. If it wasn't for Chris Jones, we probably win that game by 3 touchdowns. So, and it's funny, he putting in all this work and they don't want to pay him, man. If it wasn't for him, we would have won that game easy. Kerryon would have ran for like a $166 like Nick Chubbs did. Stafford would have, man, he a problem. But offensively, man, you know what? Stafford just seemed to be fluky. You know what I'm saying? He just seemed to be fluky. And I ain't gonna lie and say I hate to say it, but he just seemed to be a fluke guy. The game in Philadelphia, he threw the ball in the dirt when he had the open receiver. You know, the fumble yesterday. You know, he just seemed to be just fluky, man. He one of those dudes where it's like, how can I say it? He one of those dudes where you just don't want him. You just don't want him in them big moments right now. You know, he's not comfortable, but the fumble, I'm not even mad at him. I'm not even mad at him over the fumble. To keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? And that touchdown switched the momentum. Yeah, he rolled out and he fumbled the ball. He got to secure the ball better than that. As a veteran quarterback, you got to know in those situations, hey, man, in this type of game, we'll take the 3. Throw the ball away. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed to be like, you know, he just make fluky plays like that. You know, you say fuck the fumble, right? You say fuck the fumble. At the end of the day, hey, had he not fumbled that fucking ball, that switched momentum. That's a fact. That switched momentum. Like it or fucking not, that switched momentum. It should have been a touchdown. Yeah, he made a hell of a throw to Kenny Galladay. But at the end of the day, you don't pay him $90 million, $100 million to fumble that ball. That's 3 points. That's 3 fucking points they could have had on the board. But then Kerryon fumble, it was way more egregious. It was the stupidest thing I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? He reaches for the goal line, nowhere near the goal line, laying on top of bodies. And guess what? Hey, going back playing Pop Warner, going back playing a high school ball, playing to the whistle. That's a bet Kenny Galladay playing to the whistle. Shit, man. Stop dropping frames. The referees gonna continue to screw teams like New Orleans. They're gonna continue to screw teams like Detroit. They're gonna continue to screw us. So we can't even think about the refs. We gotta make the play. We gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? We got to get better. So the whole referee situation, it is what it is. You can't get mad. How many times we gonna get mad? The Kerryon Johnson fly route when he had Anthony Hitchens 1-on-1. I love the play call by Darrell Bevel. You know what I'm saying? Hitchens on Kerryon, that shit, and he face guarding and he impaired his vision. Now face guard is not a penalty. Had that been the Lions that had face guarded on Brandon Pettigrew a few years ago, come on, man. At the end of the day, you should have to turn around and look to play the ball. That was another play that should have been pass interference. It should have been on the one. We should have had a touchdown. You know, but what? Guess what? The referees don't want us to win. The league don't want us to win. So we got to overcome all of that because it was several sketchy calls. The hold on Snacks Harrison, the last play of the game, where they held Kenny Galladay. That's a pass interference. It should have been the ball inside the 5. You know, but when it comes to us, the calls don't never go our way. The calls don't never go our way. They don't need no power back. Kerryon can run the ball in there. It's as simple as they guards got to block better on the interior. They guards got to block better. It ain't that you need a power back. Kerryon got plenty enough power to get up in there. They need better blocking on the interior. You know, them dudes like Chris Jones, you know, he was just disruptive. They guards not that good, bro. Yeah, face mask on Kerryon Johnson. You could just keep going on and on the number of calls they missed, but offensively, it's coming together. You know what I'm saying? Stafford just got to step up and make the damn plays. He got to step up and make the plays. He made some plays yesterday. Excellent frozen rope to Kenny Galladay over the middle. He got to make those plays when it matters. That's just what it boiled down to. He got to make plays. He got to get the ball to the playmaker, but they should have won this game by at least 10 points yesterday, but they didn't. And you know, but other than that, man, I was encouraged. You know, Patricia is a hell of a defensive mind, and Bevel is a good offensive coordinator. He just needs the tools to eat. He just needs the utensils. You know, he just needs the. Oh yeah, we was up 10. We just need the utensils. That's all it is. We just need the utensils, man. If we get the utensils, man, to really do what we need to do, and what I mean by that is we need guards. You know, a left tackle could help. But really, the receivers, I like them. I like Marvin. I like Kenny Galladay. We didn't have Amendola yesterday, but the Hall guy, he had a big day. Going to a bye, right? Other than that, I'm encouraged. Special teams, they seem to be getting on track. Um, I don't really have nothing bad to say about nobody really. Um, I think they're going in the right direction. I like our chances against the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers for the most part. But we got to play those games with the same intensity. We gotta keep that same energy we had for the Chiefs. We gotta play every game with that type of effort, man. And then when we get the soldiers back in hand and it's Daniels and a lot of those guys back, we gotta play. We gotta play the same way. You know, we get Slay back, Amendola back, but the Lions not too far off, man. If they figure out how to run that ball, they not too far off. So, you know, at the end of the day, they got to find interior linemen. They got to get a left tackle. You know, I think Crosby would be the right tackle. It's going to be right tackle after next year, after this year. But, yeah, I think they're heading in the right direction, especially defensively. Coleman fit what he do. Rashad Melvin fit what he do. Slay fit what they do. But the only thing I would really change, to be honest, I would change, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the end of the game, and then I'm going to get off because it's kind of acting funny. But the only thing I would change is I would put Tavai in over Jared Davis because I believe Tavai will get better at pass coverage before Jared Davis does. At the end of the day, Jared Davis, he the veteran, he all that, man. But at the end of the day, I know Tavai gonna get better. At this point, I don't envision Jared Davis getting no better, especially in pass coverage. I know Tavai is a form tackler. I know he a thumper. I know we can help them in pass coverage. Whatever they teaching Jerry Davis in pass coverage, it ain't working. All right, you know. And if Davis ain't gonna be out there rushing the passer and blitzing, really he ain't no help. I think they need to go ahead and make the switch permanent to Davis, and you can plug Davis in when you in base, when you in whatever they in 4-3, 34, over under, whatever the fuck they in. I will go ahead and make that switch. Savai will be starting, but to get down to the last drive, defensively, the 4th and 8 call, that should have been a blitz. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Pascaloni and Patricia got to take chances. For one, if you're gonna play man coverage, you should have had a spy. You know what I'm saying? You should have had a spy. You know, but I would have blitzed. They should have did. They didn't even have to disguise. They shouldn't even have to disguise it. They should have blitzed my homeboy and made him make a quick throw. Patricia, if I had to be critical, one thing he did yesterday, that was calling that man defense. Even if they switched up to a cover 4, a cover 6, even they went cover 3, one single, a safety high, and 2 corners deep. Even if they switched to something like that to confuse them, I definitely would have took my chances throwing the blitz. If they connected and go deep for a big chunky yard and a touchdown, guess what? I probably got a minute and 20 seconds left, minute 30 seconds left on the clock versus 20 seconds left. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I would have took my chances in blitz. Kansas City, the one time they did blitz is when the Honey Badger came off the edge and he made that great play on Stafford. Patricia gonna have to he got to get out the philosophy of just rushing forward. Sometimes you got to blitz. Sometimes you got to be like old Jim Johnson. And come on, bro. Are they serious? I don't know what's going on, but let me hurry up. Sometimes you got to be like Jim Johnson and call that heat. But let me get to the chat real quick. Daryl say Warren Sapp, they had no answers for Chris Jones. Facts. Payton should be our QB coach. I don't think Payton want to coach. Luke Stafford played good for the fumble. He played his heart out yesterday. Yeah, he did. They had not took away that touchdown. Yeah, the momentum switch. Detroit Lions sportscaster, bro. Can you believe that everyone is blaming the D though? They always blame the D. They always blame defense, but it wasn't a defense. You know what I'm saying? It was the fumbles on offense, but they always gonna blame the D. They ain't gonna never blame the offense for nothing. And it was the offense lost the first game versus the Cardinals. Stafford tried to play like Blair Favre, but he always comes so short. Shit, so did Brett Favre sometimes, man. Brett Favre threw his fair share of picks. NFC Championship game versus the Giants, he threw that pick. So he a gambler. I agree. Kerryon messed up. I agree with that. He did too. Stafford fumbled too. That took 3 points off the board. That would have changed momentum. You know what I'm saying? But Stafford don't never get none of the blame from a lot of people. None at all. When the games they supposed to put up 30, 35, 40 points and blow people out, they don't. And they gotta figure that out, man. And when Jim Caldwell came here, they wanted Stafford to be a game manager. That's what he said. And that's why they didn't take a lot of chances. But it is what it is. The D is extremely good. Like O-line player need to. Yeah, the interior linemen suck, except for Ragnow. But Chris Jones is a great player, though. It don't really surprise me. Why can't we do what Dallas did and draft all pro linemen? At the end of the day, Patricia, he tried to get these linemen. He drafted Glasgow. You know what I'm saying? He signed Rick Wagner. He signed T.J. Landon free agent. He drafted Taylor Decker. He just didn't get good fits. It's easy. Give me Zach Martins of the world, Travis Frederick of the world. Leyland Collins. He was an undrafted free agent. He would have been first rounder, but he got a little case that scared people away. Tyron Smith. A lot of them dudes is really good guys, man. Really good players, man. I don't know, man. Sweeping the division, John Martin might, but Kirk Cousins looked good yesterday. That Chicago Bears defense is a problem. And the Vikings tried to run the ball with Dalvin Cook yesterday. And then eventually Kirk Cousins had to try to win. And And he started fumbling the ball everywhere. Kirk Cousins just suck. I'm glad he ain't my quarterback. Kevin Cheeseboro say if we keep Patricia around for a few more years, we could be. Yeah, he already got his D in place. It's a plug and play. He know what type of player he want. If they can figure that out for the offensive line, that'd be great. And they can plug and play. Well, that D tackle ran the lanes. We need a whole new linebacker core, and the linebacker core is average. I wouldn't say it was average. They played well yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You only as good as your D line, but Davis just don't cut it to me. Davis just don't cut it for me. I like Tavai better. But most of the times in the NFL, you in dime anyway. I mean, you in nickel anyway. 3 cornerbacks and 2 DBs. So really, they only. I mean, to be honest, they only need one more linebacker. It's hard. It's pressed. It's going to be hard to find a team you play that's going to line up 2 tight ends or line up in an I formation or a single back with two receivers out there. Most teams line up with 3 receivers regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. If you can get a linebacker that can cover receivers, then you win the game. Davis got that type of speed, but he just not good in coverage. They need to put Tavai back out there, man. Yeah, Stafford had a silly fumble, but at the end of the day, I think everybody was kind of messed up in the head over what had happened with that touchdown. That was a touchdown. I think everybody was messed up. I think that was a momentum killer, but at that point, he know in that type of game, throw the ball away, get out. But that wasn't even the backbreaker. The backbreaker was the carry-on fumble in that touchdown. Without that play happening, man, and maybe Galladay putting a hand, whoever that receiver was putting a hand on him, we in the game. Yeah, The Vikings got Riley Reef. What you expect? They online and shit. Yeah, they couldn't protect nothing yesterday, man. You absolutely right. Man, I was surprised to see Tampa Bay put a whooping on the Rams like that yesterday. Man, Jameis Winston went ham sandwich. When you're in the red zone, ball securities. Yeah, it definitely. Stafford too old to be making them damn fumbles, and Kerryon is too smart to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he didn't know where he was on the field, Kerryon Johnson. Any linebacker you think we could trade for? I don't know. I don't think the linebackers. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I really don't. I like Kennard, even though he's more of a tweener. And Tavai, I just think they need to play Tavai more. If Davis gonna be in the game, it should be to rush the quarterback. I'm just gonna keep it real. The linebackers weren't a problem yesterday. Davis over that route down the field by the running back, but that's Davis. If you get Davis in space 1-on-1, he can't guard a kindergartner. But it is what it is. Tavai playing special teams and they wasting his talent. Hey, put that kid in the game and let him learn and get better. Davis, he got great character, seemed to be a nice guy, but he's just too small to be in the middle. He just can't cover. I thought the carry-on was forward progress and play was over. Nope, they ain't blow the whistle. Yeah, Florida don't teach coverage, do they? That's a good point, John. There's no balance to the Rams offense. They can't run up. Yeah, Todd Gurley old as hell. Todd Gurley, I ain't gonna say old, but when they not running the ball, it's a wrap. And Todd Gurley don't look the same. Maybe if they only gonna rush him 10 times a game or 14 times a game. Maybe it's time for them. Maybe they should just put him on IR for 6 weeks and then in the beginning of the season to let him rest. But other than that, I think Green Bay still will be in it. Bears gonna be in it with or without Trubisky. It ain't no drop off really from Trubisky to Chase Daniels. It's a little bit drop off, but that defense is just monstrous. You know what I'm saying? And I think that defense is gonna force Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit to draft more linemen. That's how it was for Calvin Johnson. The Vikings drafted Xavier Rhodes just for Calvin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna have to step their line game up because if you can't block Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, and Hakeem Spence and Roquan Smith, the Vikings ain't got a chance in hell with that type of offensive line. Green Bay, They don't really have a lot of athletic defense offensive linemen either. They got dominated too. So I think the NFC North division gonna be looking for a lot of tackles, a lot of guards. You know what I'm saying? And versus a team like Chicago, you better not try to run that single back shit. You know what I'm saying? You better get you a fullback to lead the way. You know what I'm saying? And somebody, I can't remember who said this, but I was watching some football TV show, and he was saying that if a fullback was good enough for Bill Walsh, Bill Parcells, and Bill Belichick, it's good enough for everybody. So everybody trying to come out here five wides or a base three receiver offense. At the end of the day, you know, the fullback and the I formation, it has a lot of advantages. It has a lot of advantages. Usually when you in a shot, I'm gonna explain this before I get off. When you in shotgun, when you snap the ball, when they snap the ball in shotgun, what is the quarterback looking at? He's not looking at the DBs. He's not looking at the linebacker. He's not looking at the defensive line. Not looking at the ref. When you hike that ball out of the shotgun, you looking at the ball. You know what I'm saying? You looking where the ball going. As soon as you look at the ball, the defense can change. A linebacker can drop. A linebacker can bail. The safety can come. The linebacker can come. So when you looking at that ball, and you look back up, some small can throw the whole playoff. When you in 9 times out of 10, that running back don't get the momentum that he get three or 4 or 5 yards off the line of scrimmage when he running from under the center. You know what I'm saying? And that lead block is important. That tight end, or you got two tight ends, two receivers, that tight end might seal the edge, but that lead blocker, he usually coming up that middle, eating that linebacker up. He leading that way. So I would like to see the return of the lead back to fullback. I would like to see, quarterbacks under center more, because the threat of the run and the threat of the play action, and you can see the whole offense. You can see the entire defense out there. So they can't fool you with a linebacker bailing or nothing like that. Shotgun, it got its strengths and it got a lot of weaknesses to it too. You know what I'm saying? And under center had a lot of advantages. The threat of the run is real. But hey, it is what it is. That fullback is critical. You know what I'm saying? And when you play the Bears, you better have a fullback. You better have some blocking. But the Bears and the Patriots defense is the best in Buffalo. Bears, Buffalo, and the Bears, Bills, and the Patriots defense. The Patriots, like, they got the best D, and I seen them having a long time. The Patriots defense is a real problem. Real talk. The Patriots defense, I'm scared of them, because with Tom Brady on the other side and he get healthy, the Patriots looking like they gonna be dominant again. Their defense is good, and they got a quarterback. Buffalo and the Bears don't have good quarterbacks right now. They still got to develop if they can. But the Patriots defense, man, they look like they gonna repeat. Now, my homeboy, they just don't got enough defense in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got enough D, but Rashad Breeland, your best corners, shit. Yeah, Pats might go. They might go. They might run the table. They might run the table. He said David Bakhtiari is a cheater. He will hold you every play and never get caught. It's holding on every. I seen a few holding calls yesterday on Kansas City, but you know how I go. Yeah, but yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and log off, man. I appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm gonna go live again this week. I think the Lions on a bye, I believe, this week. I don't know why I just ain't look. Let me double check and make sure, and I'll figure out the little buffering situation I'm having. Yeah, I believe they on the bye. Hold on. Yep, we on the bye this week. So yeah. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna do a stream this week. I'm gonna do some Piston talk and some other stuff. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. Much love and support.